How's it going, guys? It's Red, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a super powerful melee setup that you guys can be using right now in Back 4 Blood. But before we get into that, if you're new here to the channel, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more awesome Back 4 Blood content just like this. Also, make sure to check out the link to my Discord server down below. You guys can use it to find teammates to play Back 4 Blood with, so if you guys are in some dire need of teammates, make sure to come check out the Discord server. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so here we are in the deck building menu in Back 4 Blood. This is going to be the complete deck list, so if you guys are just looking to copy and paste the deck, now is your time to do so. But for the remainder of this video, I'm just going to be talking about what role every card plays in the deck and just everything like that. Now, the first category of cards that I want to go over for the deck are going to be talking about our melee stamina efficiency. And to start this category off, we have Brazen, and the other card in this category is Slugger. And they basically do the exact same thing because both of these cards give us melee attack speed and melee stamina efficiency. And they also give us some upsides with bows, but we don't really care about them because we're a melee deck. But basically, both of these cards just let us swing our melee weapon faster and longer, which, I mean, we can't really ask for more than that out of a single card. Now, the next category of cards that we're going to be going over revolve around our stamina bar, because our stamina bar is obviously very important in this deck because it's kind of like the ammo stash for melee weapons. And to start this category off, we have Rhythmic Breathing, which is going to give us plus 40% stamina. Up next, we have Cross Trainers, which is going to give us plus 20% stamina and plus 20% stamina regen, along with plus 3% move speed and plus 5 health. And up next, we have Adrenaline Fueled, which is going to say whenever we kill an enemy, we gain 5 stamina instantly and an additional 7 stamina over 7 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Next, we have Natural Sprinter, which is going to give us plus 100% stamina regeneration and minus 50% of our maximum stamina as the downside. And to round this category off, we have Energy Bar, which is going to give us plus 30% stamina regeneration and plus 5 health. Now, the reason why you want to play these stamina cards specifically is because it's not necessarily about just having one really big stamina bar, because eventually your stamina bar is going to hit like its 0 point, and then you're just going to be kind of left with nothing to do until you fully get your stamina bar back. And if you have a really, really big stamina bar, that's going to take a really long time to get there. That's why, as far as making your stamina bar bigger, that's why the only cards I played were Rhythmic Breathing and Cross Trainers. The rest of these cards are actually just really focused on stamina regeneration. So rather than just having one really big stamina bar, we're just going to be having a pretty good medium-sized stamina bar that just never runs out, because we have things like Adrenaline Fueled proccing basically like every second of the game, because we're on common patrol most of the time. So whenever we kill a common, we're going to be gaining 13 stamina, along with just having all the upsides of Natural Sprinter and Energy Bar. I just don't see a world where we ever actually run out of stamina. And this also makes things like running away like not impossible, because if your entire melee deck is based around just having one really big stamina bar, it's going to make it so that when you need to do things like run away, it's just going to make your life a lot harder. Whereas having things like Adrenaline Fueled and Natural Sprinter in your deck, it'll actually allow you to do things like reposition, even though you're like a melee player. And moving on to the next category, which is going to be all of our damage cards. And to start this category off, we have Berserker, which says each melee kill grants 5% melee damage, 5% melee speed, and 5% move speed for 4 seconds. Up next, we have Mean Drunk, which gives us plus 40% melee damage, and it says our melee attacks cause cleave through enemies, dealing damage in a large area. Next, we have Spiky Bits, which gives us plus 15 melee damage and plus 20% damage resistance while we're using a melee weapon, but it does give us minus 15% of our ammo capacity as the downside. And to round this category off, we have Heavy Hitter, which says melee hits always stumble ridden the first time that they are hit, and this effect can only occur once per target. Now, as far as why you want to play these damage cards specifically, I just don't think that there's any really better damage cards for melee. Like, I know there's options like Meth Head and stuff like that, but I just really think that disabling your ADS is just kind of like its own separate melee deck, because that just allows you to play so many other cards in your deck, and I just don't think that's what this version of the deck wants to be doing, because being able to just like pull out your primary weapon and just take out something like a Sleeper or like a Reeker, something like that, something that would usually be very difficult for a melee player to deal with, it just allows you to actually kind of deal with that without really any hassle at all. Personally, I think that the actually being able to aim down sights and the no aim down sights versions are just two completely different decks, and I think if you're playing the version of Melee where you actually can aim your gun, I think that these four are just by far the best 4 damage cards that you could be playing. And moving on to the last category of the deck, which is actually going to be like all of our self-healing cards. And to start this category off, we have Face Your Fears, which says we heal 1 temporary health whenever we kill a Ridden within 2.5 meters. Next, we have Battle Lust, which says melee kills heal 1 health and 0.125 trauma. And up next, we have Vanguard, which says melee kills heal 1 health to yourself and teammates within 10 meters. And to round this category off, we have EMT Bag, which is going to give us plus 50% healing efficiency. Now, the reason why you want to play all these cards specifically is because if you add them all up, every single time you melee kill a Ridden, you're going to be getting 2 health, a temporary health, and healing trauma. And when you're playing EMT Bag, the healing efficiency actually stacks with cards like Vanguard and Battle Lust, so it's going to be making it so you're healing even more than 1 health, and you're still getting the temporary health, and you're still healing trauma. And it's just going to make you a very good self-sustainable unit, because like after you kill like 50 to 100 common Ridden, along with the help of cards like Heavy Hitter actually being able to like take on some of the special infected, you're going to be one of the members on the team that just doesn't really need all like the anti-trauma stuff. Like you're going to be able to put like first aid kits on like your other teammates and stuff like that. And that's going to be because of cards like Battle Lust, which actually help you actively heal trauma, which is something really cool that this deck does that like honestly no other decks in the game can really do outside of like straight medic builds. Well, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Make sure to leave a comment down below telling me any deck changes that you guys would make, and as always, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to my channel for more awesome Back 4 Blood content just like this. Also, make sure to check out the link to my Discord server. It's going to be down in the description below, and until next time, it's been Red, and I'll see you guys in the next video.